welcome to my little video that I'm doing here live on Nightingale. And I've really kind of gotten too far. It's to say I feel like I got like 20 hours in the game. Let me turn the sound, turn the audio down on this. Put this master volume now. I like to be able to hear some audio cues, but that's sufficient. Oh, you get out of that? Okay, so, yeah, I just really like this game. I enjoy it, and I'll do a little bit of commentary. It's going to be a long video. I didn't want to use up space on my hard drive, so I'm just doing it as a live broadcast, and that way, if somebody wants to check it out, get a look at it. This is very important in terms of pointing out the version of the game. So it's February 25th. Game just came out. A lot of controversy surrounding it's always online for single player, and I've never been on that page. Every time I go to buy a game, I get a little bit of information about myself and the intent of the video, and then I'm just gonna play. And then that way, as I'm playing, I'll be explaining things as they just kind of come to me, things that I found out. But anyways, getting back, whenever I buy a game, my time has become more and more precious to me as a commodity. So my gaming has been reduced as I transition into a new career, and I'm a full-time student and running a business. So, but I'm still a gamer, at heart. And, I like to play with my friends, and so this is a great game. But I saw the reviews, so I did, as I do with any game. I don't look just at what the Steam review is. I use that as like a red flag marker. But I won't always just not buy a game based on that. I'm going to make my own informed decision, right? And that's what I would encourage you to do always. If you're watching this video, just be informed, right? Don't jump on the bandwagon. Somebody's viewpoints down in the review comments section down below, it's good to see those, but remember, perception is key to everything, right? What one person perceives as an issue, even though they word it in a certain way and strongly, may not be completely reflective of your perception or the truth that you see. So an example is when I looked this up, what I found was there's a few key things I like to look at. How transparent is the developer? Do they have a roadmap? If they don't, I don't buy the game. If they have a roadmap, are they adhering to, does it look like it's clear, concise, and an easily achievable set of goals? Meaning, like, look at Star Citizen, he promised the world, and probably because that it's going to be stuck in development hell for, who knows? It may never even get out of it. And that's a bad management style. So setting realistic goals, having a roadmap, meeting those dates. A good game for that would be to see like Colony Ship. It's one of the best roadmaps I've seen. Subnautica was great for that. So yeah, that's a huge indicator, because you get an idea of how well the team is managed in the background. Because if the game's mismanaged and you go outside the development window, you got to pay your developers, you got mouths to feed, you got rent to pay, you got bills to take care of. So the longer a game goes, we also thread that line, right? If they turn a game out too soon, it's garbage, right? And they have to allow for post-launch support of the game, because no matter how much bug testing they do in the studio, once it's released into the wild, and lots of people have their hands on it, then they're able to get that metric data from all these different types of PCs running, issues that are compounding, and, anyways, so I saw this was from an ex-BioWare employee, and he was very transparent, clear roadmap, and the guy has been on top of it. So offline mode is coming for single player. And his reasoning was really good when he made the announcement. He said, to my wireless keyboard just popping in because I rested my foot to the side. Anyways, yeah, his reasoning was sound. He was like, look, I just wanted this game to be able to play with friends, and so you can enjoy it. and had the realms all interconnected. So for them to gather as much metric data as they could, they had two options, right? It was either focus on online only or have offline only. Arguably, they took the tougher path of online only, having to work the netcode out and all that stuff. But he saw that it was like, it's a huge thing, so he's addressed it. Anyway, so we'll get into the game. It is seriously this keyboard. I don't know if it's popping up if you can hear it in my headset, but my keyboard is down on my side, and that's my school laptop. I have my Samsung S9 hooked up to, and have Bluetooth. It doesn't have like an off button, so every now and then it just like, if I tap my foot, it just like jingles the keys. And anyways, so it's got a very, very robust character editor. If we kind of go into this, um, I mean, you've got all sorts of stuff going on here in terms of your ancestry. You can actually draw out your lineage, and then you can have your inheritance from your family affect your face. I mean, it's a very robust character editor. So you don't have to worry about that, at least. Yeah, my guy looks janky, but it is what it is. So, all right, let's get into the game. Now, as the game's loading up, I am going to say it's going to take a while. You can, if you're bored, click on the back and change the little thing here. I've got some suspicions as to how this kind of works, but I'm not a game developer meaning like why it takes so long initially. I think the realms are getting spooled up, right? And then they go into like a hibernation mode on their servers. That's my assumption. So anytime you go to a new realm, it's going to spool that realm up or create that instance and save it, or however it does it. And cause the reason I think this is the case, and I think there's a timer on it, so meaning if you're once your home realm gets started, or whatever realm you're in, that's loaded as an instance. If you go to another realm, it's going to buffer and keep that old realm alive to load quicker than if you'd started the game fresh. And then same if you're going back and forth between two realms, right? But look, I can tell already that it's getting pretty close. It does take a while, man. It really does. But anyway, so we'll get into this and I'll try to explain it all out. So it's doing its handshakes right now. The instance has been created. I'm thinking it's found my realm. It's repairing it. Now, a lot of people, I got some friends that are in on this, and if you're one of my friends watching, hopefully this helps, because boy, oh boy, is it really a nightmare. Now, I would recommend just giving it a second here to load up. So right now we can see we're in this is the starting realm, and you also have your realm time right here. So yeah, my guy's running around with a burrito in his hand. He's in special ed mode. I do encourage if you're watching this, get over and start doing the Twitch thing. I just had it running, whatever. If you do it for 8 hours, I know it's ridiculous, but you get this little pound. And the cool thing is, wait for it, he drops essence, right? And you can just keep playing with him, and he'll do a little circle, pink, and drop some essence. Okay, did they nerf that? You used to be able to just keep getting this little guy there you go. It's just dust. It's, you make this little bed, you get the recipe for it. When you put it down, boom, you get a distinguished puppy. So it's nice. Alright, so moving right along. Let me explain my thought process on base location. So once you go through the intro and you've met Puck, and you've done a little bit of Puck's shenanigans and whatever beat to the march of his drum, so to speak, you'll eventually he'll offer you a realm within I think whatever the abeyance card or something like that. I don't know what I've got right now, but there's only one card that's a modifier for the biome that allows you to build within there, and it clearly dictates that. So if you're wondering why you throw a stone cairn down, you got a little structure right there in another realm and you can't build, it's because that realm does not have the modifier to be a home realm, right? So there's no reason to not use the first realm. Um, the reason being is that you're going to set your roots down somewhere, right? So why not make it in a place where you're going to have a lot of questing? So even though you may outlevel the zone, and I'll get to that in a minute, you're going to be coming back to the original first zone as your gear score progressively gets higher, and you'll be doing specific dungeons located on this map. So even though all these mobs, everything here is kind of garbage for me right now, uh, is really not on my difficulty level. And because the merchants here are generated at their stock is generated at the level when the realm is created, I can't just keep going to them and buying stuff. I have to keep realm hopping, right? So if you kind of have that thought, that mentality in your head, you go, oh, I'm going to be going to lots of realms. So where is the realm you want to put your roots down? For me, it was a no-brainer. So what I did is, okay, next question. What's the best spot to build your realm? Well, for your base, I would argue as close to the main portal as you can get. There's 3 rules, I would say. As close to the realm portal as you can get, but not too far from the essence trader, because this Wilhelmina Sase, I'm on an Ace fans now, Sase. She has quest right for you. So I set my base up right here. It's a lot closer to the portal. That's actually it right there. And it's that structure, no, right past, it's kind of over that tree line. It's not far at all. And I got a nice little overlook, I'm sitting here on top of a waterfall. And because of that, I've mined the living daylights out of it. There were past tense, a lot of nodes like that, but yeah, they're all gone right now. So next thing, do not build your base in a forest. Whatever you do not build your base in a forest, because your very helpful companion will absolutely destroy your crit. If you give them an axe, so whatever you equip them with and tell them to have as active, that's the mode they're going to be in. So she's running with a maul right now, so I've got her basically, she was helping me in a fight. If she's got an axe and a pick on her fight, go up to her and click on her, manage equipment. I can say equip that. Now she's running around with the, and if she sees any lumber, she'll pick it up. And then if you stay put near trees long enough, she'll start chopping them down. Here's the problem. Which you're going to be getting a lot of wood. You're going to need it for all sorts of different stuff. Especially as the game goes up, it's, a little bit grindy. But they'll be knocking trees down, and if the tree falls, yes, it does damage to you, and yes, it does damage to your structures. So just save yourself the headache and don't be that guy, right, that builds his base but right by there and wonders why it's all wrecked later. Now let's get back to realm creation. Realm creation is based off your gear score, right? So when you go up to that realm gate, and for the first time you're generating the realm, so not revisiting the realm. Once that realm's created, that's it. It's at that gear progression area, right? With whatever modifier. So it'll be the biome, and then whatever modifier you put in there generated at your gear set when you basically hit the portal button. You'll have a bunch of bad guys spawn, boom, 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 kill them out, wait a while, portal stabilizes, go through it, get a wonderful waiting screen. Now you're in a realm, and that realm will be permanently set for your gear score. So even if you increase it drastically, the merchants will sell you what they've got, and that's it. So you're going to constantly be having to go to new realms, right? You will get an ability to build your own little makeshift realm card here with biome, whatever. But you can also get your friends' estate address cards. Now, this is a really cool part of the game, because I got friends that live overseas. They've got my estate cards, so they can build their own little device here, use the card that I've given them, and then create a portal that comes right here, right? If they need some, they can come over here, no problem. I can also apply any realm and modifiers. So I currently have the artisan card on for my home realm because, you know, for crafting, right? Now, your companions, let me talk about the AI and how they kind of work because it's a little bit janky, right? So you don't want to, your AI, they'll, if you're in combat, let's talk about combat first. So I've talked about how they harvest. They'll harvest based on the tool that they have and you've told them to equip. So if you want them to ever change modes, change the tool that they got. Keep in mind, it won't lose durability, but you also want to keep their gear. Like I've got to get her gear better. She's not doing too good considering I'm rocking a refined axe and she's still got this garbage, you know, whatever simple one. Although it's not so garbage, it's got some enchantments on it and stuff. What I didn't even dawn on me, and I was talking to some friends at the time, was like, I should probably be giving her my equipment, right? About halfway through destroying my stuff, I'm like, oops. Let me give it to my companion. So yeah, just give your handoffs to your companion. Um, Now, your AI when you're in combat is going to do, they will actively help you. So if somebody's targeting you, they're going to go after them, right? But that AI, that behavior will automatically change. If you get downed, as long as they're not down themselves, they'll get you up. So they're very, very useful in combat, just for being able to get you up. And it doesn't require anything to res each other. If they go down, you want to get over there and just tap E. E is an echo, and you'll get them right back up. So what are some other things to consider here before I start getting into this? Okay, so crafting is overly complex, and I can see how this turns a lot of people off. You're going to have, so far I've come across 2 different types of crafting stations per thing. So think of them as tiering up, right? I think it's kind of a weird way to do it. It's interesting, but it just leads to confusion and, you know, makes the grind real. But anyways, as you can see, this is a refined table saw. Before that, I had a simple table saw, right? And that simple table saw had a little stone. They look different, they didn't look as nice. Same with the refined wheel, but some of these are not refined, like, let's see here, maybe I've refined everything. Okay, so this is a simple upgrade bench. I've not gotten to the point where I can upgrade the bench. Or get the upgraded variant. Now you see the pluses symbols above it. There's a chance that there's 4 synergy bonuses that can hit this station, right? And those synergy bonuses can unlock other recipes, or the ability to craft that item if you have the recipe. As well as I believe craft faster. So you can see like here, my workbench, I've got all sorts of stuff around it that synergizes with. So you're going to be going like, okay, great. How do I understand what synergizes with what? Well, this is where things get a little confusing. So we hit B as in Bravo to go into our build menu, right? And scroll through all this nonsense. But these are placeholder art. You're going to come across this a lot. The Nightingale symbol. If you ever see that in your inventory, it'll look like a wax seal. Or you see this, it's placeholder. But okay, let's say we want to put an anvil down. You see the little ghostly green line? That's linking to this station right here, the workbench. Now, but it's got a range, so you see it once I get out, and here's the weird thing, it doesn't re-establish that line. So once I severed that line, it was gone. Now I don't know what it will do, right? Now I've cleverly kind of hidden the work under here, right? That's why this, I think the shelf is awesome, because right there you can see I've got, get that off my screen. I've got a formula board. I got the simple map. I got the anvil hidden underneath there, and then I've got this macabre something or other. I don't even know what this is. I can't even target it, but trust me, that's not normal. Oh wait, yeah, that is normal. Hang on. Where's my macabre? There it is. Rack. The little fishing thing, of course, synergizes with the crafting pods. Some of these are pretty self-explanatory, you know, like the bellows augments the smithing station, I believe. It's the only thing I have augmenting that right now, so I might want to see if you hit X as an X-ray. There's a really nice feature in the game. You can easily move stuff. So you just tap over this, and I can go. Okay, I'm getting all sorts of bonuses. Okay, so there's other bonuses applying to this right now. So let's see if I bring this over here. Just see, I'm kind of curious. So there's that one bonus. Okay, well, I might still just keep it over here. Okay, it's picking up that torch, so over here it would be getting... It's synergizing with... That is really weird. The things it's synergizing with are kind of tripping me out. So I might just actually put it about right here, I guess. I don't know. This is where you'll kind of work with your base and kind of figure it out. What angle's the best? Where can you tuck things in? You know, so you want to get these upgrades on your benches and whatnot, so that you're reaping the best benefit you can. So now, you buy recipes from traders. They come in different essences. So, whoops. So you have your raw basic essence, and this can be every single thing can be broken into the game. It can be done very easily. So show you. Here's some rock. I don't need this. So I can take this and I can either drop it or extract it, or I can right click, drop, extract. I find the easiest way is just like that. Boom, gone. I just got some dust. So watch that number 840. What's something else? I don't need that. Extract, boom, 844. Now you use this dust to repair. So I could do repair all. Now this is a little bit misleading. This would be if all my items were completely screwed up, I think. It would cost that much. Well, obviously my items are not that screwed up, so it's not going to cost that much, right? So if I click repair all, I don't even know if it did anything. Now your gear score is very interesting. It is weighted off of your items, and I believe your hope, this number right here, plays into it as well. Now hope is gained by upgrading your crib, having synergy bonuses, lighting the place up, completing quests, I believe, or puzzles or any point of interest basically on the map, I think adds to that hope score. So, and then another thing, you're gonna start off with some really garbage storage, and eventually you get these weathered trunks. These are pretty good. They can hold 40 items. Often what I'll find is that I fill it quickly, but there's something important to know. This survivor box. If you tick this, your survivors will offload their goods. So that's why I have this by the window, because I know that the survivors will just, you know, whoever's with me or whoever's, you know, I invite into my game, their survivors will only dump items into this box. So I've not put any of these items in here. This is all to be sorted later. Now if we go to my main, I've not ticked it because I do not want them to screw up my weird kind of, I don't know, pseudo logic thing I got going on here. Yeah, get ready for that. That's going to happen a lot. Character popping up on you. Because once you get too far from them, what the game does is teleport them kind of close to you. Otherwise, their pathing would just get all sorts of screwed up, right? Alright, so let's talk a little bit more. So you're gonna, there is no terrain deformation, so you cannot dig into the ground. Now, tree regrowth, I believe there's like items and enchantments that you can get that can affect that. These trees have been chopped down for at least a day, man, so I don't know. The plants come back, I could tell you that, although not very quick. They're not coming back that fast. Now, like this plant, you would think you could pick this up, right? Nope. It has to have an icon, so if I collect this, this will be twigs. So if I collect this, watch, I'll get 2 sticks, right? But if I use, oh, let's get out of that build menu. If I use the sickle here, we'll hit a tree. Still 2 sticks, that's weird. I thought it gave you more. Well, we'll just say that it does. I'm pretty sure it does, but you know. Now, let's go over some more basics so real quick. You have three bars here. Your health, I mean, I shouldn't have to explain that. Self-explanatory. What's not so self-explanatory is the way the hunger system, the green bar, and your exhaustion system works. If these get too low, your stamina will progressively drop. And if your hunger gets too low, it'll look like you have a full health bar, but you're not at full health. So let me demonstrate this by eating a nice burrito. See how I just jumped up to 411? I was at 374. Now I'm at 411. So there's a direct correlation between your hunger bar and your health. A little bit more there. I think it's like 70% or over, 60% over, and then you're okay. But then you start dropping off fast. The worst thing you want to have is the rest meter run out. You have that rest meter run out, you won't even be able to swing a knife. Like you take a knife out, you'll be like, don't even have enough energy for that. Right? So yeah, don't have that happen. Another thing, don't fall from high heights unless you got some ability or thing that enables you to take it. And you don't need me to explain that because it'll be self-evident when you have something to be able to do that. Enchantment or a realm modifier or who knows what. Oh yeah, puzzles, by the way, once you complete them in the realm, that's it, they're done. Chest, when you loot them, that's it, they're done. If there's any items that are loose spawns in the area, like you'll find food wraps that look like the burrito I'm holding, those will respawn. So those are the only items that respawn, so to speak. So let's kind of go over some of these things. So if we look at my items, we can see that they're all green. That's indicating they're tier 1 items. So I crafted the item and then I specifically went to a bench and upgraded it. So that's simple upgrade bench. So if I come over here, the simple upgrade bench, we can see I only have two things. A torch, like seriously, am I going to upgrade a torch? And a watering can. Those are the only two items. And because it's a simple, I can only bring them up one level. So if I enchanted the water can, it could become a green water can. Now, why would you do that? Well, for one, upgrading a piece of gear increases its stats, right? So its gear score goes up and its stats go up, but most importantly, you can now apply two additional things to that. One is a charm, and one is an enchantment, right? So if we take a look at these, let's go over to the enchanting table here. So we have charms, sorry. So the charms, like here, charm of bounty, they're all pretty much self-explanatory, but you can read grants a chance to increase the amount of material harvested from any plant life, right? This would be a really good thing to have. Some of these are huge, huge, huge bonuses you want, right? Then below we have enchantments, right? Now you'll find enchantments a lot, and then you have infusions, which are different. So you have all these different infusions that you learn. So you can put a charm on there, you can put an enchantment, and you can put an infusion, and each item as it gets further upgraded tier levels, will have more unlock spots. It looks like there's like 4 enchantments you could have, so you can really, really customize your weapon to do all sorts of crazy stuff. Everything from giving you more resources on hit to every time you pull it out, it emits light to, I mean, it's nuts. It's really crazy. All right, so I hope I've helped here a little. What I can tell you is you will not always see everything on your map. Like, I guarantee there's stuff down here, but I've just not even bothered to go down there because why? I don't really care right now. Realm level 10. We can see my level. When I came here, I was been level 10, so it's locked in at 10. But now I have a quest to acquire some ritual components. I had to go farm up some fish, and get the other materials. So let's go ahead and do that. And I'm just gonna play. As I'm playing, I'll just kind of, talk about the game. So, where do you do this? It's so weird sometimes trying to figure out where you need it. Okay, oil. So I need to get, as we can see, this lady wants fen baths. So I had to get these from a fen, think swamp, so, fishing rod, really easy. Fishing is super easy. Oh, hell no. I'm only gonna get 3? And, aw, man. Whatever. So, that sucks. Means I've got to go back and fish up a boatload more fish. Now, I think this speed is, you can modify it with realm modifiers, and I think, I might be wrong, but I'm pretty sure the more check marks you get for augments at station, the better, quicker it is. So, it's either quicker or you get a better yield. I don't think it's a better yield, I just think it's faster. Okay, well that sucks. Means for me, well, first and foremost, so I always have like a bedroll all over the place. Another important thing to know is you can build any place. It's not like Ark or something, you just slap a bed down, and if you can't sleep, throw a tent down over it. Puck should have taught you that at the beginning. Anyways, I have a bed down here when I'm working. Now, unless it's nighttime, it's getting pretty close. Unless it's nighttime, all will happen is you'll see my health bar going up. There, got my exhaustion back. It's that easy. But if it's nighttime, it'll go to a black screen. It'll say resting. If it's nighttime, yeah, the baddie guys will spawn a lot. It's annoying. Of course, right in front of this place, I've got you guessed it, a spot with a bedroll. So before I go into a realm, I'm able to top off that meter, or if it's close to nighttime, I can, make it daytime. So we're just gonna go ahead and reopen. And because I'm only reopening a previously open gateway, I just have to wait for it to establish. It's like 30 seconds or so. So, if you mouse wheel, you'll go through the thing 1 through 5 on your bar. Everything on the other side is things you hold in your other hand. Obviously, you can't hold some if you're, say, holding an axe, right? Two-handed. The moment you go here, it's up to you if you want to, Mary popping in, up, use the umbrella. The umbrella is, you might as well, you can use it as a slow fall if you're, to kind of, it uses your stamina up, so don't just, you hit space to activate it. Let me show what I'm talking about. So if you see how my stamina went down a little? If you're at a really high mountain, you dive off of it, I would hold off on using your umbrella until you're closer to the ground. Not too close, you'll want to die, right? But if you use it too soon, it'll start eating your stamina up, and then guess what happens when your stamina's gone? You're not using your umbrella anymore, and you'll just fall to your death. So, yeah, just something to be aware of. It also keeps the rain off your head. It's a withstanding stance. This is important when it's hailing, and you're taking for damage. Going to a swamp realm, and ironically where this lady's that I'm doing the quest for, and yeah, oh, this sucks, the big one. Alright, so I have to fish up 8 more fish, and you don't always get fen bass, so that's, yeah, this game can be extremely grindy, man. That's the one thing I don't like about it. Especially when you start getting up levels, because, it's one of those cool games where it's like, oh, here we go. So that had a roll modifier into carrying a 20, and I guess that's 0 for the area, so the generation was 0, so I guess it didn't go off my carry score? I don't know. And luckily I should be able to fish right here, so I'll show you how easy this is. Yeah. And I'm looking for fen bass. Yeah, the level 30 guys. So if you aim your thing at them, your tension won't ever go down as much. But if you look away, see how the tension went up, right? I don't know if that wears them out faster, I don't know. Sometimes you're gonna have to pick them up out of the water. Like this guy, nice. some cast in there. Try to keep the tension around the halfway point. I don't know if that wears them out quicker or what. If anything, it's just making it a little bit more bearable for me. Which brings me back to, I was thinking of World of Warcraft days, and I'd be sitting there, oh, this guy's super easy to get the whole time. When I'd be sitting in, oh shoot, right about the quality, when you do ICC, and you'd always go for those fish, and there's those spectral quality guys, I can't remember. And I ended up, I would do that so much that I was out there fishing so often that I ended up fishing up that turtle mount, and super rare turtle mount. But anyways, yeah. I'm trying to talk to these garbage fish. It's on cast out there. It's one of the big boys. You can see it's using my stamina up too. I can let go of the button and I'll gain my stamina back. That way you don't lose fish. Trying to get, I don't know if maybe in these cat-o'-nine or cattails if they spawn. I don't know. Just RNG based. Once their health goes down, they just, boom, they're gonna come right to. It's basically you're just wearing the fish out. Okay, actually hit the bank over there. That has a name pairing there. Oh god. Gotta love the grind. Yeah, you wanna get out of the way? That's right, she's probably deforested the whole area around, yeah. Yeah, this is really awkward. Let's just go another way here. Yeah, I'll just kind of step around here. There is a passive with the swamps that's kind of trippy. If you stay in the water for too long, you'll get a wet debuff. So I'm not technically, I guess, in the water enough to get that wet buff. But if you spend too much time in here, you'll also get a disease. Bog or weird, I don't know what the hell it is. Oh, here we go, another Chandas. And since I have 4 of them, I need 4 more and it takes 2 per. I need 8 of these stupid fish. This long super cast way over here. Try to get it right in the middle of those cattails. It does. Oh. It's just all RNG based. Could be by the distance. That would make sense. Like, further you cast it, maybe you have a chance for harder fish. I think it just has to, having tension on your line has to wear the fish out, right? You don't want to break your line now. These freaking things I have. 10 bass, 6, I only need 2 more. Try that again, way out here. Be honest on me. You got it, buddy. Come on. Ah, jeez. Yeah. Yeah, that's exciting. Did I just pick them up magically? No. Great, so, I mean, to put them over here. Oh, there's that disease kicking in. Yep. Oh, it dropped them right here. Okay. Okay, I see a disease meter, so that's kind of cool. Actually got a chance to show that in the video here. Yep, I've been farming lots of essence up, man. It's been sometimes, I think they like glitched out big time, which I'm not gonna, complain about. Wonder if this teleport. Yep, okay, it does teleport to your feet. I was curious about that. If it gets stuck on a rock. Anyways, yeah, I did a dungeon, a couple of these dungeons actually, where I just got an insane amount of essence as a reward out of the boxes. It's like, alright, take it. Come on with this. Control, man. I just need one more, right? I almost feel like getting stuck on that rock is like a good idea, because that way you don't have to go through the animation of getting them not all the way back to you. I don't know why I'm even doing that here. I'm gonna try to recast some closer. Yeah, what do you know? Okay, so I think that is 22 of those. My god. 8. Yes. Alright. Pick up that. Anytime you gather anything, fish, anything, there's a chance to drop essence. So, alright. Now I could reactivate the machine and go back to my home, or, simply just travel back to my rest flight. Doesn't take any materials up, doesn't consume anything, and there's no cooldown. So I'll just go back to my base and grind these fish down, and then after that I think I'm gonna end this right here, because the next part might be an important part. I don't want to, give any spoilers away, but I look forward to any comments down below. If you guys have any insights even, hey, throw them at me. If I've helped, all the better. This isn't a job for me. I'm not looking for sponsorship or to grow my channel or make money off this. My videos will never be monetized. So. Alright, take care, and catch you guys around.